Alright guys, Avpl is back with another Avpl news roundup, and today I've got a bit of sad news. I'm on my own today guys, and the reason I'm on my own today is because my head admin, my crutch around the website, to be honest with you, he's had a little bit of a family problem and he's had to go away across the country, and he's been away for 4 or 5 days now, and I'm not too sure when he will be back, but I give him all my best. I'm thinking of him every day. I miss him very much, and hopefully he will be back soon and he can resume where he left off when the time is right for him. Now guys, it's going to be a bit different today because it's not going to be as long, because obviously it's not much fun just talking to yourself, even though I'm talking to you guys out there. What you now should have known by now is I was on the VFL podcast on Bruce Leach's channel, and you know, I was very appreciative of basically the way it turned out, and you should have all seen that by now because this is coming out a little bit later than planned. But I had someone looking after the championship team of the week for me, and it wasn't done in time, so I had to delay the news to make sure that I could get that out. It's done now. We're doing this now, and I've seen a little bit of the feedback from Bruce Leach's channel, and you know, I came across okay to some people and still not as well as I would have liked to others. Hopefully once episode 2 of that airs, then things will be a bit better. And what you got to remember guys is as well, the recording was probably 1 hour 20 something, but we were still talking like 2 hours later, still discussing things, and it was very amicable, and like I said, I was very happy with the way things went. Now, first things I want to talk to you about is updates that Damien's making on the website. Absolutely amazing, really good. We must admit though, basically we must understand that he is basically a one-man team at the moment, and there are big things and big changes that he's doing to the FIFA website, and it's going to take time guys. We've got to understand that this web app is in now, it's running, we're taking baby steps with it, but really the planning is for FIFA 16. We want to see this in its full glory in FIFA 16, where we will have live match day screenings. When a person signs up now to the website, you can have a free account or you can have a premium account, and basically you will get your own player lounge. You can have your own Twitch embedded into your lounge, and all the matches that you stream on your Twitch will be available live on the FIFA website as well. We're heading towards getting player stats. This will be FIFA 16 though guys, there's not really a lot we can do now. Like I said, it's just small steps, but that will be, when we input a score, we input the scorer, yellow cards and so on, and the website will create a league table for everything. Every stat that we put into it, it will create a table for us. So we create top goal scorer, current, top assists, saves, clean sheets, anything, and it will just pull us off the data that we need, and in an instant that'll be there. I just wanted to talk about my own team. We had a few problems. We had a few goalkeeper problems, and we had a disastrous weekend. We've just played week 3. The middle week 2 was an absolute nightmare for us, but we have put one hell of a run together. We made a few changes. I told a few people a few home truths, and they responded so well. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of my team, I really am. And we ended up achieving something I've never achieved as a manager in Avpl, VFL, any league, and we won all the games one weekend. We've now put ourselves in contention. This is Saturday morning, early hours, and we have just now played Friday's game. Don't want to give too much away, most of you hearing will know how it went anyway. It went very well. But we're still not guaranteed nothing. We're not guaranteed a thing. So that's what makes the league so good. And whatever, you know, some people might say, not saying, you know, everyone, but this league has turned out to be the Premier League. The BPL has just been amazing. It's been some of the games we've been involved in the weekend just gone have just been, oh man, just leave your heart pounding at the end of the game. It's been so good, so good. Really enjoyed being part of it. Absolutely buzzing for more now. And obviously when you're winning, it's not as stressful either. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the BPL. So obviously on your screen now, you're going to be seeing the BPL Premier League table. And as you can see, our form now, from 15 games we've played, have won 9, drawn 3, lost 3, scored 23, conceded 13. But Swansea, you little buggers, they're on an amazing run themselves. I mean, we can't do more than what we did. We beat them 2-0. And like I said, that's gone now. There's not another game to get any more points off them, because obviously it's only one way. But Man City sitting at the top, excuse me. Very, very strong team, very organised. Their manager Fellaini, he's been a pleasure to have run one of our teams in the league, as is Mal at Leicester, who's doing a fantastic job as well. We did beat them over the weekend just gone, and we took their unbeaten record, but I had a chat with them afterwards because there was a few issues, and I gave them extra time to get themselves ready for the Manchester City game that they were playing straight after us, and they went and won it, and they went and took Man City's unbeaten record. So that was basically as you were. I couldn't have been more happier, and that's no disrespect to Man City, because I felt bad for Leicester, because, you know, I don't think they expected us to be as good as we were, and I think teams are now looking at us thinking, whoa, where's Liverpool just come from? You know, weekend just gone, they got smashed left, right and centre, lost a game a night last weekend, and now we're sitting 5th, 3 points beyond 4th, 5 points beyond 3rd. You know, we're not looking for the title, guys. We know that. That weekend has cost us so dearly, but that's how tight the league is. It's so competitive, and obviously you can't discount Manchester United. We've got Jay Craven, Chambu, Epic Azza, all the boys there, and just to reassert themselves, they've now gone inside Pinocchio, Kai's, damn, you know, but they've got their problems, and one of their main problems is the same problem I have as an owner of Avpl, is they've lost Hazard, you know, and no matter what you say, he's a great leader, a great organiser, and they're really missing that, and they're struggling. They are struggling. They really struggled in the Champions League, and they're not firing on all cylinders just yet. And obviously, another admin that I've been missing this week, so I've been doing a lot of work, just me and Airhead, is Joshy Boy. So, you know, that's a big hole to fill. And, you know, they're struggling. But we're looking to capitalise on that. We've beat Chelsea, who were above us. We beat Everton, that were above us at the time. We beat Leicester's unbeaten record. We've beat Swansea, who are still above us. And we've just played Man City. And we've got Manchester United to play tonight, which is Saturday night. And then we're still not guaranteed of getting anywhere. But the fight for the title, Man City, Leicester and Man United, is just awesome. Really is awesome. You know, it's not to put nothing down on the other leagues, but it's been great to watch, and it's finally been great to actually be part of it. And we're ruffling some feathers, boys. Don't you worry about that. We're ruffling some feathers. And like I said in my video the other day, we're coming out and we're going to try and beat every team put in front of us. but we're also going to try and return the favour. So yeah, we beat Everton, but then we beat Leicester to make it right. And then because we beat Leicester, we're then going to try and beat Man City to put it right. And we're going to do the same against Man United, and hopefully we'll end up in one of them top 4 spaces. But anyway, that's enough of me talking about my team. I'm sorry to go on about it, but I've got no one interrupting me to stop me saying, Avpl, stop talking about your team, man. So anyway, I will just now go on to the leaderboards just quickly so we can have a little look at them. So what you should be seeing on your screens right now is the BPL leaderboards. Now obviously it's very basic, but we are hoping possibly before FIFA 16, but it won't be before the end of this season. It will definitely be no earlier than next season, and that's the leaderboards, guys. So there they are, look at that. You've got Mike Day sitting top with 15 goals with Raphael Disaster, Reece Silva. You know, really good stuff. And then you've got Fellaini, Diego Costa and Lee J, top 3 on the assist. And then you got Dakers sitting top of most key passes, because obviously we've added key passes this year. We do think that's balanced out a lot. You've got a lot of cams really fighting for them team of the week places. Most interceptions, one of my own players sitting top, quite a considerable distance top as well, and that's Ginge, absolute beast, won't swap him for anyone. And then most saves, you've got Sunderland's goalkeeper I've just seen has been put up for sale because he wants to move on, and VT, or who we've said as before, we're considering as a future admin. The only reason he's not admin yet is because he's been away on holiday, and that was what interrupted it. But yeah, Waggy PFC, 78 saves, and he's going to be available soon. So anyway, guys, looking at the BPL team of the week, and the one that's going to stand out to me, of course, is my boy Magic Tricks, up there as Sturridge at the point of despair. Really surprised that a few more of my players didn't get in there, but we had trouble keeping clean sheets. We got some really good wins, but we just kept conceding that odd goal, which is why we're still under a goal a game conceded. But you know, you don't get your clean sheet points even if you concede 1 goal. And here's the team, guys. So well done to everyone, but we've got an announcement, and Ryan C turned out to be a little cheat. Boosted his stats, falsified stats when we asked for proof, but when he was really pressured, he buckled and he just left his team, left him in the shit. Defaulted 2 games last night, and you know, we're not having that. So really I shouldn't have put his card in there, so let's just put a dirty red cross on him and just make sure that everybody know what a cheat he is. And he couldn't accept it, so he decided to invite me into a party with one of his other teammates just to abuse me. I'm used to it now, boys. My skin is very thick now. See you later. Anyway, boys, let's not tarnish that. Anyway, well done to everyone. Really good stuff. And that front 3, I'd love to have that front 3 in my own team. Really good stuff. Well played to you all, boys. GG. Anyway, let's move on to the championship now. So now you're looking at the championship table. I got a little bit of confession. I started getting everything prepared earlier today, doing my script. Got my paperwork in front of me, look, you can hear it. Getting my script ready and everything, and I copied all the league tables because they weren't available at the time, and for some reason didn't save them. I put them into Photoshop and they've not saved, so I'm having to show you the actual tables, which are Saturday morning, so it's after Friday's games. But hey ho, it's hot off the press. But look at that, Fulham are sitting top, only lost 1 game. I'm so gutted for Charlton, I really am. They had an amazing run, they were playing really well, scoring lots and lots of goals. They beat Fulham, which is that only defeat they've got there. and then they've let it slip away. They've had a couple of silly defeats, and now they've made it hard for themselves. They've made it hard for themselves just to get in the playoffs. Because just so that you know, guys, those of you that hopefully are watching that are from other leagues, and how we do things here is basically top 2 are guaranteed to go up, top 2 are bottom 2 are guaranteed to get relegated, 3rd bottom Premier League, 3rd in the Championship. They're going to play a 2-leg playoff. Whoever wins that playoff earns the right to be in the Premier League, and we done it last year. We got the 2 clubs involved live streaming it, and both people live streaming had in excess of 50 viewers at the time. So you amalgamate that. So at one point at its peak, both games coming together could have had at least 100 viewers. Now that's a lot for a little channel that's used to having 3, 4, 5 viewers at max. So really well done. There was a hell of a lot of interest in that. As much interest as a cup final, so well done. Obviously we're in the last weekend of the season, so it's all to play for still. Fulham are still my favourites, I've got to say that. They still are my favourites. Didn't really talk about the Premier League favourites, but how things turned out last night, which was Friday, although I can change because I know the scores, I'm going to go for Leicester for the title, lads. I really am. Things have gone their way. Anyway, let's now have a look at the Championship Team of the Week. So basically, this is the reason why this news is a little bit late. There was a little bit of confusion, let's say, a little bit lost in translation. No, somebody wasn't sure what he was supposed to be doing, and I wasn't sure what he was actually doing. Got distracted by other things, and obviously this didn't get done. So myself and the Venge Demon, we cracked on with it today, picked the team together, and then done the cards together, and here you have it. So well done to all you. Kieran, the skiller 123, got yourself in there. Well played, son. Well played. And also, as a manager in there, my skills is in there. Ben McAnally has made it in again. He's on the bench. Ali Mac at left back. Some really good players in there. And Martin Lav. Obviously, he's laid in there the second week because the first week he was on the bench. And we're allowing that to happen, guys. You know, and well done. Well done to everyone in there. There's some names I'm not too familiar with, I'm going to admit, because I must admit, I've not had a lot to do with the Championship, but I always keep an eye on your scores. Not so much your stats, because Hazard was mainly done all the Championship stats, but well played. And what I'm really impressed with, guys, is how little trouble we're having from the Championship. All your teams have got nearly full rosters, and all your games are getting played. Yeah, everybody has their squabbles, but well done to all you Championship teams. Honestly, really well done, because you know you're making me proud. Do you know what I mean? Because there's some really good teams in there. Obviously Fulham, Charlton, Southampton we played today. They're a very good team. Crystal Palace as well. Really well done. Can't thank you enough for being here and being part of Avpl. Anyway, guys, let's move on to the Bundesliga. So now we're looking at the Bundesliga table, and if you can do your maths quick, already you know Borussia Dortmund have already won the league. They'd won it before Friday's games, so a big congratulations to them. They're still unbeaten. They got 2 games left to do an unbeaten season. That would be awesome. Really would. I must admit, I'm not 100% certain of their fixtures, but we can definitely have a look, can't we? Well, that's what we've got you on here for, so I'm just going to have a quick look and see who they got. So Borussia Dortmund have got Schalke and Mönchengladbach left to play, so there's a very good chance that they can do an unbeaten season, and that would be amazing, because Frankfurt start of the season were pushing really hard, but as you can see, Mönchengladbach, who are doing very well as well, have only lost 3 games as well. But like I said, is that Borussia Dortmund are, you know, without a doubt the most strongest team in that division. Really well, they're just playing really well. And obviously there's some of the lads from Leicester, Pro Magics, and you've got Owen and a couple of others, and Cov, who were originally at Arsenal. So that's a good combination. They've got some really good chemistry there, doing really well. So well done, lads, really well done. So now let's just move on to the Bundesliga team of the week. So there you can see again, Dortmund not dominating the first 11 this time. You know, they've got EF Royce up top, but then it's pretty well balanced. It just shows you how good the team's been. Appreciated that some of these players may not have got in if the 2 in a row rule didn't stand, but that makes it fairer. It gives more players an opportunity to get in the national team, and that's what's happening, guys. It's really good to see different faces in there. And again, you know, he loves to try and play against me and do his best against me. Apex managed to get himself the team of the week bench, so well played to you, mate, well played. But really well done again, guys. Like I said, that's another only one Dortmund player on the bench as well, Callum Kemp-Jones. But they are playing very well there at Dortmund. Anyway, guys, let's now move on to the Serie A. So Serie A table, and obviously they've pretty much been there for most of the season, apart from a little time when Napoli had their little stay there at the top. And I know Roma is sitting top, but I want to really give a little bit of recognition to Napoli, because they've done so well themselves, and because they've put up such a good fight, they've took it into the last couple of games and are still not definite yet. I fully expect Roma to win the 2 remaining games that they've got. But Airhead, our admin, the one who's been here with me this week, helping me out, he's snuck into 3rd, so you know, and looking at the points difference to 5th now, he's pretty much guaranteed Champions League football. So GG, well done, you're there. And then for Fiorentina, who had a massive, absolutely massive result during the week, got a couple of players I know there, one in particular, obviously Mr. Feast for Freshly, really nice lad, very skillful player. Didn't quite fit in our team, didn't quite work out for him. I am a bit more no frills and lace sort of manager. I only like very few players to be able to play like that, and something had to give, but he's doing brilliant in Fiorentina. And I just want to say really well done to him, because he ended up getting shipped out by someone, Arsenal I think it was. And he ended up somewhere where he didn't want to be. He could have been at Dortmund, which would have been frightening if he was there. But he ended up at Fiorentina, and he's doing really, really well. And they're doing really well, maybe because of it. I know they've got Danny Kong there as well, playing really well. But, you know, you can't overlook Roma. So strong, so organised, such a good team. Really well done to them. So let's now have a look at the Serie A team of the week. So there you can see the Serie A team of the week, week 3. And the person I was talking about himself bagged himself a position on the right wing, Mr. FIFA Freshly. And you got Danny Kong, your strike partner, as the centre forward, and then Stimo, who is the Napoli manager, at left wing. Really well played, guys. Really well done. You know, obviously the players on the cards are the player that you are representing when you play for that club, which is why that's their face on the card and not yours, and it's their nationality on the card, obviously again not yours. But really well done, guys. And Paytime has been doing really, really well at Fiorentina, got some very good stats, and if you look at it there, guys, Fiorentina have absolutely dominated this week's Serie A team of the week. So well done to you, Fiorentina, guys, well done. Now moving on to the pinnacle again, guys. Moving on to the Champions League. Right, so here we go. these are obviously final group standings, guys. So these are the teams that have been going through. You've got from Group A, you've got Roma and Man City, both safely through, both comfortably through. Well done to them. And look at that. Man City actually inflicted a defeat on Roma in the Champions League of all the places. So them two guys are through in Group A. Now let's have a look at Group B. Well done to them. And they'll obviously be playing the winners and runners up of this group. So you have got West Brom and Wolfsburg. Leicester put up a really late charge at the end. There was a little bit of a problem because their last game they drew with Juventus. The player that scored it was a VFL player who was fully legal. We've not got a problem with him coming from the VFL. I'm led to believe he'd played an 8 o'clock game at VFL, come and played a 9 o'clock game at Avpl. Now lads, if you can give people that choice, how good is that for the community? Why would I have a problem with that? That's brilliant. He had a window of opportunity to play. He had already been signed on. He was on their roster. So what if 45 minutes ago he was playing for another league? Do you know what I'm saying? He's come here and he's helped Juventus get a point, their only point of the group stage, and unfortunately that was the point that knocked Leicester out. You know, you can't have it all. Doing really well in the Premier League, not so great in the Champions League, but well done to West Brom, top in that group. Not many people would have seen that one coming. And Wolfsburg as well, both through. And obviously you should be seeing on the screen the scores as they're coming through. Anyway, let's move on to Group C. And then Group C, not really a surprise there. You know, if you look at the points difference, so the only surprise, I suppose, is the order that they ended up. Sunderland finishing top, Everton finishing second, and really well done. Sunderland finished unbeaten in that group against in an Everton group. You know, obviously the reigning Premier League champions. So well done to you two as well. You'll be going through. So let's go and see who you'll be playing against in Group D. Now, there was a shock and a half this week. My days. Fiorentina gave Manchester United a serving, and I watched that game, and you know, admittedly they're missing players and that, but they still had a full 11. Fiorentina were superb, absolutely superb, deserved their win. You know, Man United can't have no complaints. Everybody regrets having players missing when they lose games. It's just why you have big squads, guys. So congratulations to Fiorentina finishing top of that group, only losing one game, and that, I do believe, that was the first game against Manchester United. So well done. So obviously you'll be playing the runners-up of Group C. Manchester United will be playing the winners of Group C. Now, guys, just so that we've got a bit of information, obviously there's no draw needed this round. We've worked out the dates and what have you, when they're going to be played and things like that. So I can give you them now if I just chuck that bit of paper out of the way. Yeah, so basically, Wednesday the 12th will be the quarterfinals. There'll be 2 legs, obviously. So both teams will play each other twice the same night. Once at home, once away. Winners on aggregate. Now, the problem is going to be if you level on aggregate. So what we've decided you're going to have to do is you're going to have to play that third game to decide who goes through. Now, worst case scenario is if that one's a draw as well. If that one is a draw, then the next game will be golden goal, guys. So that'll be a 4th game of the night. So that could end up being a late night, but that's what these tournaments are all about, isn't it? Late nights. Obviously we can't do penalty shootouts. I wish EA would add that. Just let us do that. If we want to play extra time penalties, EA, in a friendly, which is obviously a friendly to them, not to us, let us do it. Let us have the option all the while. Do you wish to have penalties? No, this game's got to be a draw. We can be a draw. No, we need to play penalties. We need a decider. Do you know what I mean? EA, come on, let us do it. Let us have penalties in these games. Anyway, so that's the drill, guys. You play home and away. If it's level on aggregate, because obviously away goals will count. But if it is a level on aggregate, you then play a third game. If that finishes level, the fourth game will be golden goal. And let's hope you're not on it all night. Anyway, so the dates would then be Friday the 14th will be the semi-finals, and we just want one game on that on one day, which is final day, and that's going to be Saturday, and that will be the final. And hopefully as many people can live stream that as possible, so that we can get the people in the final as many viewers as possible. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really want to be part of it next season. But again, I'm still not certain for us. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for you this week. Well done to everyone. Well done to everyone that's got in Team of the Week. And while I say that, I then remember I haven't shown you Champions League Team of the Week. So we better get that up now. So let's just pop that on the screen. And hopefully you can see your name if you're in there. So as I always like to do, is I like to run through the full team, because obviously this is the pinnacle. So in goal we have Nurki from Manchester City, well done to him. And then at left back we have Dacilio from Roma. Right back is Apps Nano from Man City again. Two centre backs are Kieran M and Zichucky, both from Sunderland, so well done to them. Centre mid is Chuckster the Man from Lazio. Paytime is left centre mid from Fiorentina. And then you got Jack FIFA player, right centre mid from Mönchengladbach. Then you got Steve OMC. Now we know Steve was a striker, but he's been playing centre mid for Leicester because they've got a wealth of talent up front. Looks like spending all that money might actually pay off for them. And then we've got left wing, we've got Zanetti from Roma, and then Sean RFC finish off the team up the top there. So well done to you guys, really well done. And like I said, guys, if you do get a chance, go on to the FIFA website, register if you want. It is free, you don't have to take the premium one. Register free, and then you can start adding your Twitch to your lounge and just seeing what you can do with your lounge. At the minute it's very limited, but please remember and be patient that we're taking baby steps with this web app, and it's for the future. But it's coming, it's here, it's moving slowly, but it's moving nicely. So anyway, guys, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all ever so much, and again, thanks for the VFL for being understanding and you know, accepting, well, I would say our apologies really, because they've explained how they felt, and they wanted answers. Hopefully we've gave them, and hopefully everything's okay now, and we can all be a good community getting along again. So guys, I'll see you next time.